Oh, hey there. Hey, I was just doing a little shopping, and great alternative to Walmart based on my experience from yesterday, as you can see there. But anyway, I thought I would give you an update because a little bit has happened in the roughly 24 hours since I visited Walmart on the South Belt here in St. Joseph, Missouri. First of all, I posted the video that most of you saw. Over 2,000 people have watched this video in the last less than 12 hours, which is pretty amazing. And anyway, I appreciate all the positive comments and support. It sounds like I'm not the only one who's had bad experience with customer service at Walmart. But anyway, I wanted to give you an update. So this morning, I called the Walmart store where I had the issue and asked to speak with the store manager, Randy Addison. So I thought surely he would be mortified to hear what happened in his absence yesterday when he was not at the store. So Mr. Addison came to the phone after I was on hold for a substantial amount of time, and I explained exactly what happened. Pretty much what you saw in the previous video, my explanation, and I described it, and at the end of the conversation, he essentially said, "Thank you for your call." And basically that was it. And so I said, "Are you serious?" And he said, "Yes, we appreciate your feedback, and thank you for your call." And so I said, "Well, I don't understand. I mean, I expected a little more from this guy. After all, he's the store manager. He's the one that sets the bar, the standard for all of the employees of that particular store to follow when it comes to customer service." And he couldn't have been less interested in my experience. In fact, while I was explaining it to him, I could hear him doing things in the background. It's like maybe he was even half listening or whatever. So I said, "Well, with all due respect, Mr. Addison, it seems like that you are equally lacking in the customer service area because you're not apologetic to what happened. You're not sympathetic. You are actually just pretty abrupt and cold about the whole thing." He said, "Well, I'm sorry, and is there anything else I can help you with?" And I was just blown away. This guy has worked his way up in the Walmart Corporation to be a store manager, and he does not understand customer service whatsoever. So I asked him, I said, "So, Mr. Addison, is this policy of not giving any kind of refund or gift card on any items over $25, is this true?" And he said, "Yes, it is." I said, "In spite of what the sign above your customer service area says, and in spite of the printed material in your policy guide, because I read it there with your assistant store manager, Cheryl, who was wonderful. I can't reiterate enough how wonderful she was. She was the final person that came to the rescue." And I said, "So your policy of your store is contradictory to the corporate policy." He says, "Yes, we do not offer any refunds or store credits on items over $25 without a receipt." And I said, "So I guess you just kind of make your own rules there." He said, "Yes, we do." So, oh my gosh, he was cold, he was rude, he was abrupt. He just wanted to get me off the phone so he could, I guess, continue training employees how to be rude and uncaring at his particular store. So obviously, it goes without saying that bad customer service starts from the top up, because if he sets the example to all of his assistant managers and his employees and salaried, hourly, whatever, that customers are not that important to his business operation, then that's the way they're going to act towards customers when they actually deal with them face to face. So at this point, you know, I'm at a loss for words, because this is not compute in my brain. I've always been a customer service oriented person. And when I had theater operations in Branson, the satisfaction of the customer was of paramount importance to me. And I would do anything possible to make it right. And I was apologetic just to an unbelievable extent if anything went wrong. This guy was completely the opposite. He was not apologetic. He was not sympathetic. He was nothing. He just wanted me to go away. So after a few minutes, I contacted the Walmart corporate headquarters. And I went through pushing all the buttons. And finally, I got a lady by the name of Sandy. Her first name was Sandy. And she seemed to care. she seemed to truly care, and she said, would you tell me exactly what happened? And so I told her the whole thing. I told her she could watch the video, which I have on my Facebook and also on YouTube. And she said, well, I'd like to hear it because I might have details, some detailed questions along the way. And as I was explaining this to her, she was actually gasping various times throughout the process. So she was very sympathetic, and she wrote everything down. She was going to look up the YouTube video. She wanted to know exactly how to find it so she could share it with her bosses. And she said, this will all go back to the store there in St. Joseph. So they will be held accountable for this. And would you like the Mr. Addison's district manager or the guy above him to contact you? I said, I certainly would. So I'd like to, find out if even this bad attitude goes up yet another tier on the ladder. But she was very helpful, and so that's a bit of the update. Several people have messaged me and asked me about the gift card. Did I actually get a refund or a gift card yesterday? Yes, I did. Thanks to Cheryl, the kind assistant manager at that particular store, who apparently, I can't imagine what it's like to be day to day wading in a muck of uncaring and just apathetic attitudes. But anyway, she did give me the gift card, and which I'm going to be donating that gift card to the Noyes Home for Children here in St. Joseph. But anyway, I just wanted to give you an update. Thanks for all the support, and once again, it's this lack of customer support in the retail business that's driving people by the millions to Amazon.com. I have never had one complaint if I ever had to return anything, if I ever got anything broken in shipment. I mean, they totally get customer service. Plus, I can sit here in the comfort of my own home and do my ordering. Now, don't get me wrong here. I am not a proponent of online companies putting brick and mortar places out of business. I'm certainly not, to the contrary. But I am a proponent of good customer service and realizing that everybody who works for a company, their paycheck ultimately comes from people like you and people like me who choose to spend money with them. And the fact of the matter is, if they don't understand customer service, people will no longer make that choice. They will find other choices who understand customer service. So that's an update. So that's all for now.